Most people don't fail because of one big mistake. They fail because they skip small things again and again until skipping becomes a habit. Chen Hao was 27 years old. He worked at a hardware warehouse, loading boxes onto trucks. It wasn't a bad job, but it wasn't the job he wanted. Every day he carried boxes full of wires, switches, and electrical parts, but he never got to actually use them. To do real electrical work, he needed a license. And to get that license, he had to pass a difficult exam. 8 months ago, Chen Hao bought a study book. It stayed on his kitchen counter, untouched. Every Sunday he told himself, "This week, I will really start." He would open the book for 20 minutes, feel confused by the diagrams, then quietly close it again, and wait for the next Sunday. His mother, Lin Mei, worked night shifts as a nurse. She saw this happen many times. She never said anything. She didn't need to. The unopened book said enough. The real problem wasn't the exam. It was the gap between the electrician Chen Hao wanted to become and the warehouse worker he still was every morning. He wasn't lazy. He worked hard, 10 hours a day. But that same energy disappeared the moment he sat down with that book. His coworkers had a running joke. Every few weeks someone would ask, "Still studying for that license, Chen Hao?" He would laugh it off. But the question always felt heavier than they meant it to. Everything changed on a normal Thursday. A senior electrician, Chen Ming, came to the warehouse. While waiting, he watched Chen Hao work. Fast, precise, confident. "You know this better than most people I train," Chen Ming said. "So, why are you still loading trucks?" Chen Hao shrugged. "I've been meaning to get licensed. I just haven't had the time." Chen Ming looked at him. The way you look at an excuse you've heard 100 times. Nobody finds time. People make time. That's the difference. That sentence stayed with him all night. That evening, Chen Hao tried to fix everything at once. At 8 p.m., he sat down, determined. 1 full hour, he told himself, but by 8:40. His eyes were tired, his mind felt foggy, his phone kept buzzing. He gave up, and somehow, that felt worse than not trying at all. A week later, he saw Chen Ming again, and admitted it. Chen Ming smiled. "You tried to build a wall in one night." He shook his head. "That's not how it works. You lay 1 brick a day, same time, same effort, even on the days you don't feel like it." Then he gave him a plan. Pick one fixed time every day, not when you feel ready, one exact time. Make it small, so small that skipping it feels silly. And mark it every time you show up, not for pride, but so you notice when you don't. Chen Hao chose 7:30 p.m., 45 minutes, no excuses. He placed a blank calendar on the fridge and told no one. The first few nights were boring, no breakthroughs, no motivation, just pages and silence. He got questions wrong. He felt frustrated, but still. He marked the calendar because Chen Ming had said, the mark isn't for progress, it's for showing up. The second week tested him. Family dinner, laughter, noise. At 7:25, he stood up quietly, walked away, and studied. No one noticed. When he came back, someone asked, "Where did you go?" "Bathroom," he said, and left it there. By week 4, something changed. He didn't force himself anymore. 7:30 just felt normal, like dinner, like sleep. The diagram started making sense, not memorized, understood. His mother noticed the calendar. She said nothing, but every evening, by 7:25, The kitchen was empty. Then, a setback. His schedule changed. Late shifts, no 7:30, 4 days passed, with nothing. He told himself, I'll catch up later. But on the fourth night, lying in bed, he almost gave up completely. This was just a phase, he thought, just like the book months ago. On the fifth day, tired, exhausted, he almost skipped again, but at 10:45 p.m., he opened the book, just 15 minutes. Not perfect, but enough. Enough to keep the habit alive. When his schedule returned, he didn't start from zero. There was a gap, but the habit survived. As the exam got closer, doubt returned. 2 nights before the test, nothing made sense again. He almost quit, almost called Chen Ming, but instead, at 7:30, he sat down, worked through it slowly, and somehow it made sense again. Not dramatic, just consistent. 11 weeks later, he took the exam. He didn't feel different, just calm, and that was new. He passed, not perfect, but earned. A month later, he found Chen Ming, told him everything. Chen Ming nodded. You didn't do anything special. You just showed up on the nights you didn't want to. That's the secret. Everyone knows it. Almost nobody does it. Later, Chen Hao told his co-workers, 90 days, every night, no announcements. Some were surprised, others went quiet because they had their own unopened books at home. This isn't a story about talent. Chen Hao already had that. What he was missing was a few weeks of quiet evenings, small, boring, consistent effort, the kind that turns potential into something real. So, if you're waiting to feel ready, you'll still be waiting long after the deadline passes. Pick one time, make it small, so small, it feels silly to skip. Mark it every single time, even when no one sees it. You don't need one perfect day, you need one brick, placed the same way, every night, especially on the night you don't feel like it.